What's up, Takeover TV? Coming at you guys right now with episode 5, little something I like to call, Do You Want Fries With That? In this episode, what we're gonna do is get a little wet and wild at the water park down in VA Beach. Then we're gonna look at a recent promotion out of the MAP program with Philly. We're gonna go above and beyond with one of our corporate trainers out in the field. We're of course gonna do our numbers recap, and it wouldn't be Takeover TV if I didn't give away a little bit of money. Let's get to work.
Man, for the third time, if you wanted no lettuce, then you should have said no lettuce. And I ain't got no more time to fool with you. I got to start Takeover TV episode 5. It's called Do You Want Fries With That? And I can't wait till I get back to Elite Tier so I can drop this fast food job and I can get back to printing my money. Let's start the daggone show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live with episode 5, coming at you quick, fast, and in a hurry. The title of this one is Do You Want Fries With That? And we're jumping right into the content with a new segment we like to call Work Hard, Play Hard. Take it away, Agent Zero.
Ladies and gentlemen, chaos is about to ensue. Me and the Maj are going to get wet and wild again. Hear the word water park, you're looking at a very dangerous man. Cannonballs are coming.
See y'all on the other side. Let's
Work hard, play hard. If Khalifa said it best, that segment was a blast. Next up for the sales tip of the day is everybody's favorite insect. Take it away, Coach Roach.
Go time, it's go time. We going up like Coach Prime, like Coach Prime, like Coach Prime.
Hey sports fans, Coach Roach here, and so the tip of the day we're going to talk about dispositioning properly. Every coach loves a player and is honest with their feedback, so the coach knows how to develop him properly. And when you disposition properly in the field, the coach knows how to interpret the data and help you best to get you where you want to go. So disposition properly, and we'll coach you to the promised land. Back to you, T.L.E.
If we can be honest about what we're seeing out in the field, then our coaches will be able to develop us even that much faster. And now, for everybody's favorite segment, Leading the Way, we're going to take a look at a recent promotion out of the Manager Academy program. Take it away, Agent Zero.
What's up, Takeover TV? We're coming at you guys with another installment of one of my favorites, as always, Leading the Way. This time we got a super one for you guys. We got a recent MAP program promotion, a Manager Academy promotion out of Philly. Mr. Tall Dwayne Dawkins himself. Dwayne, before I even get anything started, man, say what's up to the people.
What's up, people? What's up, people? Thanks for tuning in. This is a Dynamite podcast giving y'all a lot of information for your mind.
Hey, I agree with Dwayne for sure. Dwayne, before I even get into the questions and start this, I've got to ask, where did the nickname Tall Dwayne come from?
All right. So it comes from I think and my ability to kind of like fight through stuff. So I see things a little smaller, like in terms of like adversity or whatever. So they just call me Tall Wayne because of that, because I'm really only like 5'4.5".
Can
So
I be honest with you? That's the best answer humanly possible. I thought you gave it to yourself out of the Napoleon complex. But man, I agree with everybody else. You do carry yourself like you're 10 foot tall, bulletproof. So that makes sense.
thank
I'm
you.
glad I asked that question. It wasn't even one of the original ones I had, but I think everybody wanted to know that first and foremost. So,
Right.
number one, man, just tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into it.
All right, so I am born and raised Philadelphia. My background has been in social services. So I taught a lot all over the city. I did public speaking and that sort of thing. So with all that being said, I kind of like, um, got some other experience doing some other things, but it's been primarily like customer service, public speaking, and that sort of thing.
Okay, so you're comfortable chatting with folks, you would say.
I,
Of
I'm I,
all of them.
I'm pretty comfortable chatting with folks. I apologize. There's some noise going on in the background. I'm actually an audio engineer as well, so I happen to be in a recording session and
Sure.
needed to step away. So if there's some noise in the back, I sincerely
No, you're
apologize.
good. You're good. I actually can't even hear it, so I hope you guys are making a hit, and you'll get back to it in a second. Um, Next question I have for you: how long have you been with the company?
Believe it or not, I've been with the company like 18 months.
Okay,
It's
year and a
it's
half, right?
yeah, 18 months, man.
Okay. How long have you been with the company? When I came up there and visited you guys to talk about Mobilla.
I probably was maybe a month and a half in, maybe 2 months. I wasn't there that long at all.
Wow. Just a quick backstory. You're not in my region, but I came up there and visited Philly. Shout out to AD. He let me come visit the Beast Coast. And I didn't ask how long you'd been there. That's why I wanted to ask now, because you really stood out then as somebody that carries himself with confidence, somebody that could do this, somebody that would go above and beyond. And so that's why I kind of chose you to run that experiment with Mobilla, with that recruiting experiment, because I knew that you would take it, you would go the extra mile, and you were serious about your business and you were serious about your time here at the company. So it doesn't surprise me that a year and a half later, here you are, man, recently promoted. That's awesome. Next question for you: what's the most sales you've ever done in a month?
I think maybe 2023
Okay. Okay,
or
that's
something
strong,
like
man.
that. And I'm
Any kind of
trying to,
icicles is strong. And
yeah,
I'll tell you, man, up in the Northeast, it can be a little more challenging with the customer base. It's a little more fast paced there. You really got to shuck and jive, and it's uber competitive. So props to anybody that goes above and beyond that 15 mark, month in, month out. You guys are really, you got tough skin. You guys endure a little bit more weather extremes when it's winter. So just my hat's off to everybody up in those markets. Seriously, because I used to be the regional manager up in that Northeast, so like Boston, Long Island. I never got the pleasure of going to Philly. I've always wanted to kind of come sell there, maybe in the future, right? But
abs-
what's your favorite memory since joining the company?
wow, that's a pretty awesome question. Um, One of my favorite memories in the company, I got a lot of opportunities, but I think I was at a cookout that was thrown by at the time was my manager, and I didn't know that I was going to receive the first rung of my promotion, which was assistant manager. Because at that point, I was kind of like just doing whatever needed to be done, and I just wanted to be a part of something great. So when you want to be a part of something great, you'll just do it. So I found out that I had got promoted to assistant manager at a cookout with all of my new friends around me, all of my family around me, my new family where I work at, and it was amazing. And my wife was there, and my kids was there, and it was like, wow.
Mm.
Wow. 5 months. Wow.
How quickly you can achieve the next step if you're serious about it. If it's a good fit, if you take your training seriously, and you just bring whatever makes you special to this operation. This vehicle looks different for so many people. That's why everybody gets a different experience out of it, but everybody's given the same exact opportunity. So that's why I like to bring folks on here that take full hold of it and go in 18 months. And to quote Drake, from 0 to 100, real quick, real bleeping quick. I
Yep.
bleeped it myself so I didn't have to do it later in the app. That's a little quick hack for you guys. And I'm glad you brought up the memory about the first rung on the promotion because it leads me right into the next question perfectly. How did it feel graduating the MAP program? Shout out to Will Brock, Mike Zupke. They run a heck of a manager academy. How did it feel actually getting the call? Hey, Tall Wayne, you're in the game, man. Go manage.
Um, it felt good, but I also felt like my work is just beginning.
Oh yes.
It felt amazing, right? Because these are like huge people, at the company. They're like nationals. I'm like, wow, this is phenomenal. But also with that came to mind that the real work, the real up until this point, you know, I've been doing great, but now it's really time to mash the gas.
Mhm. Yeah, I think so many times it can go one way or another, right? When you get
Right.
that promotion, the extra money comes. I think there's a thermostat for all of us. Thermostats are designed to keep comfort levels. And just like, with the thermostat in your house, there's an income thermostat and a life thermostat for people. And some people hit a certain, say, 6 figures. Everybody's goal when I say 6 figures is 100,000 until they do that. Then when you surpass that, there's a choice. Either we keep going and see what's out there, or we get comfortable, which sometimes leads to regression, especially in our industry. All right. So I'm glad to hear you identify that the work's only just begun, man. And to be elite is not just a status or a tier level month in, month out. That's a mindset, and that's how you carry yourself, like tall Wayne over here. You got to carry yourself elite.
Yeah.
What's one thing you want to do different as a manager than everybody else?
I can't necessarily speak for everybody else, but I'm not as motivated by money as I'm motivated with being great and breaking records. So,
Speaking my language.
so as a manager, I want to be innovative to really do some things that's going to cause the company to have to hire more people. I want to break records.
Yes. Listen, I've never backed away from our first goal of 1,000 people on staff. We're coming for it, which will segue me into another question in a second, but I will get to that when it's time. Right now, question number 8 coming at you. What is your goal as a manager for the rest of 2024, for the rest of the year?
All right. So for the rest of the year, my goal is to recruit about 120 people. Yeah.
Oh,
I-
send some down south, man, down I-95 on Takeover Drive. Send them my way. More the merrier. Uh,
right.
I'll tell you
Yep.
what, hold on, hold that thought, because question number 9, and I just want to show the people I'm not bluffing. Man, you really have a special gift, and I identified it when I came up there and I was visiting with you, and that's kind of why I gave you that Mobilla. You have a gift for just sharing this opportunity because you're passionate about it, and in 18 months, it is really taking you places with you just bringing your work ethic. So question number 9 is, what's one tip you have for everybody when it comes to recruiting?
Well, the biggest tip that I would say is to don't be afraid to talk to people, and if you love your job, just share it. Share it with the world. This is an opportunity that a lot of people don't get because they don't know about it. I love this job, so it's easy for me to kind of like talk to people about it and let them know like this changed my life, and I'm willing to extend this opportunity to you.
Salute, man. You just dished out all our secret sauce, Wayne. Me and you, pretty decent recruiters, dude. And it's pretty simple. We love what this opportunity can do for others because we know what it did for us. And all we're really talking about is our experience. And you don't really have to fake that. You don't have to explain that. It's just a conversation between folks. And that's why you probably see me doing the things I do. I just go around filming my day-to-day life. I throw it in a little film editor. I let the people see it. And it's funny. One of the segments that I'm highlighting this week, I had the pleasure of going with one of the elite teams in Virginia Beach. We took them out to the water park like we were all 12 years old again, man. And just filming that, I just had the idea to clip like a little 45-second just a short video, just to show people kind of what we were doing on a Tuesday at our job, right? And our office was the water park. And so I actually filmed the video inside the water slide. Shout out to Chris Eady. He rode backwards so that I could get a good angle filming. He took one for the team on that one. But using things like that just to display this is what our normal days kind of look like, that team culture. It's so much easier, especially this day and age with video, to show people instead of trying to tell or explain. Seeing is believing, and it's what you said. We're not part of the recruiting department. We're simply management, and we want people to come learn from us, help us build this organization, help grow it. We want the right people around us. We want to work with fun, energetic people that want to climb and want more. And your answer about wanting to cause the company to have to get more office spaces because you're going to hire so many people, I don't know if I could have texted you an answer to memorize better, to be honest with you, but I knew you'd hit it out of the park as you usually do. My last question, what's one piece of advice you have for anybody out there watching that's not with us already?
I would say you have to, if you love what you do, embrace it. We're in the people business. And you got to really share this opportunity with people because you'll change lives. And we change not just the people lives that get hired with us, not just our own lives, but the people that we service. And that means a whole heck of a lot. Keeping people safe. That means a lot to me.
Don't ever lose sight of it. And I bet you build the biggest army we've ever seen, my man. I'm proud of you. I knew you would be here. I didn't realize that you were that dialed in just your first month and a half. I've got a decent eye, but a month and a half, man, for you to already be that captivating when you walk in a room and that confident with this, it was inevitable you and I were clicking on this thing, man. I can't wait till you come back on here and we celebrate you going up, doing even bigger things. All right. Maintain that elite. Keep doing what got you here. Stay true to the answers you gave me on this. Is there anything else you want to say to the folks before we wrap it?
Absolutely. I want to say thank you for having me on the show. It's an honor, a complete honor. I love what you're doing out there recruiting. Big shout outs to my co-branch manager Bianca, and my mentor. Like she's been my mentor all from day one, and none of this would be possible without people like you and Bianca and Anthony and everybody else that's kind of poured in me over the time. So shout outs to all of y'all. Thank y'all so very much.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I do have one more thing to say, and this is for Mobillo. Mobillo, if you want me back, baby, if you want me back, y'all got to sponsor at least one episode, okay? That's the deal. I heard your pitch. I am interested. The whole company wants to get down. But if you want me, if you want Tall Wayne, if you want the rest of the company, y'all got to sponsor an episode before the next season starts. Guys, that's all I got for you. Wayne, thank you for coming on, man. Go enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you at the top.
Congrats on your promotion, Dwayne, and the big shout out to the Manager Academy program. If you guys think you have what it takes, reach out and schedule an interview. Next up, we take a look with everybody's favorite stat turtle at the weekly recap for the Takeover. Take it away, Frank.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, what's good, world? It's me, the most shady one, back with the Takeover weekly recap. But first, everybody loves a good jokey joke. What did the Scarecrow win an award for? Tick-tock, tick-tock? Because he was outstanding in his field. Ja. Now roll the footage. And taking down the top spot yet again for the Takeover Top 5 is the Virginia Beach Bullies with a 28-piece, followed up in second place by a climbing team out in Charm City, Baltimore with 20 spot. Next up, we got the RDU Money Train led by Rico Beard with a 19-piece, followed by Columbia the Killers with 17, also with Charleston out of South Carolina with another 17 families protected. Congrats to all the top teams. Let's see who makes it next week. Next, let's take a look at the top 5 biggest hitters of the week for the whole region. First, out of Columbia, we got Ricky Evans leading the way with an 8 spot. Then we got Shamari Harrington out of Charm City with a 6-pack. Next, Michael Paler out of Virginia Beach with 6 as well. Dante Randall picking up steam with 5. And this Tiffany Davis making it for the 3rd week in a row with another 5 families protected. Amazing job to all 5 of y'all. Keep leading the way. Back to you, boss.
We wanted to interrupt this broadcast with a quick commercial break. If you guys are enjoying the material, click that like button, comment on the video, and smash that notification bell so that you're notified the next time a video drops. Now, back to the action. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to supersize those paychecks with Learn to Earn. The topic this week is called Do You Want Fries With That?, where we focus on keeping it simple so the customer can make simple decisions. Your favorite sales trainer's on the way. Take it, Agent Zero.
Dollar signs, dollar signs, dollar signs. All I see is money. Dollar signs, dollar signs, dollar signs. All I see is money.
Real quick, what we're going to go into, guys, I'm calling it Do You Want Fries With That? Why am I calling it that? Because people have made millions of dollars asking that question, okay? People have made millions of dollars teaching other people to ask that question. And do you know why that is the question that McDonald's or Burger King or everybody is taught to ask when people only want a sandwich or a drink or something? Because it's a simple decision and it can be made on the spot. Okay, a lot of times when I watch you guys get into a house, we have a lot of cool stuff that we offer here. Okay, and gizmo this, gadget that, benefit, feature, advantage. And the very worst, I'm going to say that again, the very worst people here sell that way. They give you too much. Guys, your job is the idea of security when you go out there today. You need to figure out if people have had the idea of protecting the home and family. Okay, the technician's job is to educate them on benefits, features, advantages, upgrades, things of that nature, okay? So what I really need you guys to do for me today is just figure out if they want fries with that or not. And there's 3 key places where I see people overcomplicate. And when you overcomplicate, instead of just simply asking if they want fries and making some extra money, you guys ask, do you want fries? Would you like apple slices? Do you want to upgrade your drink? Are you sure about the Whopper? Because we also offer a grilled chicken. Not just a grilled chicken option. We can also fry that thing. We can put slices of bacon on it with cheese. I can come next week or the week after or the month after. And that's a lot of options. And if there's a lot of options, there's a lot of choices. If there's a lot of choices, I can choose the wrong one. Plus, I'm not that educated on it, so I'm confused. If I'm confused, like your homeowners get when you overwhelm them, they're afraid they'll make the wrong decision. So you know what they don't do in the moment? Decide anything. They ask for a card or a flyer, or they need to do research because we've hit them with too much. Okay? So today, when I mean by, do you want fries with that? I mean, keep it simple, stupid. Right? That's the saying. I don't mean to insult anybody. That's literally the saying. I didn't make it up. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay? I prefer to switch it and say, keep it stupid simple. To where when you explain this program, what they're entitled to, you could explain it to the 5-year-old and they should be able to tell mom and close the deal. Okay, that's what I mean by keeping this very simple. So at the door, when you go to ask that qualifier question, before maybe you asked if you folks thought at all about monitoring. Okay. Well, if they're talking to you and they've seen the logo, they've thought about it. Otherwise, they're going to try to shoo you off with bad body language. So when I ask it, it's like this. So is it just the sandwich or you want fries with that? So is it just security or security and home automation? I need to know before I go in what's available to pitch, how much of their focus I'll have if I talk about the 65 instead of the other options, right? So do I want to even go down the road of automation, all those features, and nerd out, or do I need to stay in my lane with just cameras and security? Okay, keep it simple at the door so you know exactly how to approach the rest of it. The second step
is the most important one. This is where I need this training to hit home for you guys, is when you actually do get inside of the home. It is easy with all the cool stuff that this system does to talk about it. And one piece of equipment and one feature flows so naturally into the next one. You guys are educated. But you got to understand, you've been through training videos. You sat here and listened to me spew my hot air for weeks and watch videos. You got these guys over here teaching you stuff. You guys got universities. So you guys are well educated. They've heard about it for 45 seconds and they don't pay as good of attention as you do. Okay. But they do know on some basic level what cameras do and if they want them or not. Okay. So when I'm doing my walkthrough, overcomplication will kill a deal. Very simple. Remember, let the technician get complicated. Your job's the idea of security. So in walkthroughs, it is most important. This is my secret sauce to how I sell on the spot, guys. And everybody thinks I'm joking when I say this, but it's pretty simple. It's, do you want fries with that or not? Sir, do you want cameras or not? Just pretty direct, right? It's not, do you want cameras? We also include smart thermostats. We have 3 different options of door locks, but we have a couple different packages you got to choose from. So if you want all of them, it's this. If you don't want the cameras and you see it, we're already into the weeds, guys. You give them 2 options, video or not. If they want the other stuff, they'll ask. If they want the other stuff, they already told you that at step 1 when you were keeping it simple, because they said security and automation. Okay. Now, the last step to keeping it simple is at the close, right? You're going to hear this line probably in every one of my videos you ever watch. My job's simple. It's just to verify your ownership and explain your options about what you're entitled to. Now, do you want cameras with that or not? You can get people to answer that question. You're closing deals. You know what I can do? I can make that decision without even calling the missus. I'm not going to insult her intelligence. She said she wanted cameras. I'll follow directions. Yeah, cameras. That's probably a talk that's already been had. I'm going to be honest with you. More so than actually home monitoring. They probably haven't talked about the home monitoring as likely as they have talked about, we should get cameras. So that's why that's always my question when I'm in the home. And I go off of that, right? It keeps me from overcomplicating. Keeping it in my lane puts buoys and guards on me from stepping out of the weeds and overcomplicating things. All right. So when I'm trying to keep it stupid simple, that's how I do it. You guys want cameras or no? Okay. So stop maybe trying to like rewrite things, figure out new ways to do it, and dial in and say, how quickly can I learn the simplest way to drop these deals? And that's, do you want to protect your family? Do you want cameras with that? They'll be here tomorrow. Is noon better or morning time? Those are really your 3 points, okay? And then just go verify ownership. Keep it that simple and the money will grow. Does that make sense? I told you guys it would be quick, right?
Thanks, Tyler. Keeping it simple during a presentation really allows a customer to digest the information and make a decision on the spot. And who doesn't love a next day install, baby? Now, for the next segment, let's take a look at an employee who's going above and beyond the call of duty. Take it away, Telly.
What's up, Takeover TV? Coming at you guys with a brand new segment called Above and Beyond, where I try to highlight employees that do things that certainly weren't in their job description, but that may be necessary to help us grow. And right now, I think I've certainly found the best candidate to roll this out with, our friend Ricky Evans, corporate trainer for the company down in the Columbia office. Ricky, say what's up to the people, man.
Hey, what's going on, company? How y'all doing out there today?
Hey. So I appreciate you taking a little bit of time. I know you're getting ready to kick the week off big, get it rocking. First and foremost, man, I saw that you led the takeover last week with 8 sales, fresh back from Kansas City. Congrats on earning that incentive, getting to travel out there. So I guess my first question is, tell me a little bit about going out and visit the corporate headquarters out in Kansas City. What was that like?
Oh man, so I've had the opportunity of seeing our older building, but I got an eyes to set. I got opportunity to set eyes on our new establishment there, man. Beautiful, great
Sure.
job in terms of the way that it was built. Really good operation, just to see how everybody kind of works day in and day out in that building. Definitely gave me a different vision on the company for sure.
Man. So, Ricky, you have an interesting experience because you've kind of gotten to see this industry from a lot of different sides. Our region has a unique thing about it where 20% of my leaders that actually run the sales side for us in our different locations actually all came from install backgrounds. So they actually used to go out, explain the equipment to these homeowners, help them design the system. So they have a really, really thorough knowledge of the home automation, the technology side of what we do, but also technicians really get a deep dive into what customers think, what's important to them, what they want to do for their families, because you guys ultimately spend so much more time in it than a relocation manager would with these families. And they really, really get to get with you guys, specialize it, design it. Was bringing the installation side with you and the experience over to the sales side, did you find that that was helpful?
Man, totally. I can tell you right now, a lot of times, man, with making that transition, not having any background in sales, I lean on just
Mhm.
that knowledge. And from there, just a little mix in with personality has kind of like gotten me to that point to where, everything else kind of caught up. So I've definitely appreciated just having that background to go into it as well.
Awesome. How long have you been with the company total with installs and sales total time?
Total time right now, all together, stop go. We're looking at around 6 years.
Wow.
Yes,
6 years.
sir.
Okay. Quick follow up question. Which side was your favorite side, install or sales?
Definitely hands down sales, man. I've been burned out too much on that other end, man. But to see this now, man, I should have did this years ago.
My next question for you, you said that sales was your favorite side, right?
Yes,
Why?
hands down. Man, just honestly coming in and just seeing the work-life balance, the amount of care that goes into, like every day with your colleagues, just being able to sit down with customers on that front, and it's just like a stress-free environment, man. Um, I enjoy what I do every single day. I get up and it's not like, oh, here I go, I have to go to work again, that type of deal, man. So I love it. I love every bit of it, and also loved like, how much more, like the company really puts in on this side to its employees.
Hmm. Now, I'm calling this segment Above and Beyond because that's exactly what I saw in you. You sent me a report from one of your recent office visits, and in 13 and a half years, I got to be honest, it's top three things I've ever seen that just stands out as far as effort, as far as pure. I care about this. I want to get better. I want everybody to get better. It just really resonated with me, and it really birthed this entire segment. To be honest with you, man, it was cool to see you just simply thank us for recognizing it. But honestly, that's the very least we could do. Um, that
Yes,
report you gave me was clear parameters on how to improve them. It was objective. It was written from a standpoint of how to increase profitability, but more so, how to make sure everybody in that branch was getting better and getting the most out of the opportunity. That's what I saw from it is you were just trying to go above and beyond to help others improve their experience here at the company and in the
sir.
takeover. And I just wanted to bring you on here personally to say thank you.
Yes,
Um,
sir. Yes, sir.
Man,
Yes, sir.
explain to me what being with the company, because you stayed here for 6 years. So it can't be too bad, right? It has ups and downs like every other employment opportunity out there at any industry. Why have you chosen to stay for 6 years? And what's something you can share with people out there that haven't joined up with us yet or don't know about this yet that may get them to want to check out what the takeover is about?
The biggest thing with Safe Haven, I have to go back to that first time I sat in that interview room. And I remember my first time getting a job offer for Safe Haven. I kind of like, just brushed it off type of deal. But some kind of way, I got contacted again. So I appreciate that recruiting office for what they do. And I decided to sit
Shout
down.
out
And
recruiters.
yeah. And I remember in that conversation where I sat down, being the regional manager was happened to be visiting in that week, so he was able to sit in there, and it really gave me a layout of everything that I could expect. And to this day, I'm still here now because it was everything that they said it was. Um, all in all, I think with anybody looking to further their career, looking at a job like this company, you have to remember that at the end of the day, there's many things you could do, but there's not many that can give you the impact that you feel daily with this job.
Mm-mm. And I got to say a big shout out to you because after last week traveling to Kansas City, then coming back, and then to get right back on the grind, have to travel probably an 8 hour drive from South Carolina all the way up to Baltimore, and to still lead the takeover with 8 sales this week. Couldn't have picked a better time to bring you on, my friend. You just showed
Yes,
everybody
sir.
exactly what I mean by above and beyond. And it's those
Yes,
kind of things that I'll be featuring on here. Those are the kind of things that deserve to have hundreds, if not thousands, of eyes on it. Because there's a lot of people out there at other opportunities that are working, and I know they're going above and beyond, but they're getting the same paycheck as the person that's hiding in the bathroom stall scrolling on Facebook. Right? They get the same check, but they're not bringing the same value. So coming over to this company and putting yourself in this vehicle, it's the ultimate challenge. But if you have that kind of work ethic and drive, you really can stand out. You really can grow, and you can grow quite quickly. We just featured a guy that's been here for 18 months, and he's went from very beginning of the industry, learning as a sales representative to assistant manager, now co-branch manager of an elite office. We're talking 150,000 plus a year, working less than 8 hours a day. Okay, and that's documented. So you're right on the right path as well, man. I told you you're going to have a heck of a finish to this year. It looks like you took that serious. And you're going to speed that up too, Ricky. I appreciate
yes,
everything
sir.
you do for the takeover, for the company as a whole. 6 years, man. That's awesome. I can't wait to celebrate 10 with you because I know it's coming. Keep crushing those incentives. Is there anything else you want to say to everybody before we wrap up?
Let's go, take over, let's go.
Let's go break some records, Ricky. I'll see you on the boards,
Uh,
man. Thank you so much,
yes,
guys.
sir.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. I know you're tired of that dead-end job. That's why you're checking Facebook instead of facing your checkbook. Maybe you need a new opportunity. Maybe you need something out of your comfort zone. And I think I've got just the right fit for you. To learn more about what we have to offer, go to welcometothetakeover.com. Again, that's welcometothetakeover.com. Can't wait to see you on the other side. Let's get back to the show.
I think I smell a donkey, which can only mean one thing. Somebody's about to win some of my money. Take it away, Danny.
I don't know what you're talking about, Tilly. This donkey smells like Burberry and success. Now spin the wheel. And what a spin it was. Bob Barker would be proud. 9 concussed, and who's it going to be? Who's the lucky one? Congratulations to Barrett Smith out of Charleston. See you guys next week.
And that's a wrap for episode 5. Stick a fork in it, Beatty. We're done. Unless, of course, you ordered fries with that, because then you don't need a fork. Oh, no. Start to sound like Franklin. See you guys next week.